So if you guys need to jet and you guys can't stay, then it's all good. I'm gonna post this there to YouTube immediately after. But I hope there we have people there from groups A and B. Um, because normally what was going to happen there was this week would be Group A and then next week would be Group B. But we'll have this one there, a virtual lab. And just because you guys are probably crazy busy, and this will take us right to reading week. Hello, if you guys are just joining in, no worries, you haven't missed anything. We're just yakking and talking. What'll go on though for this lab is it is virtual, so we don't need to have you guys in the lab there for Group A there this week or Group B there next week. And then the week after is reading week. Okay, so this lab is due whatever Tuesday, week 7. So I'm thinking it's July the 7th, somewhere in there. July the 6th. So that's when this lab will be due. It's a good lab. I spent the better half of a week trying to get it kind of organized so that you guys can have a look at this here. It's really, really good. You'll have a look here, and I guess we'll just start on it. So let's have a look here. This is what I put up in here. And just, I'm trying to get you guys, the reason why there's all this on here is you'll see here. Have a look at all this. Now, don't freak out. All right. There is an order, and I'm really big on step by step because you guys are still starting to utilize this piece of equipment, right? And your Group A, you guys have already handed in your lab. Group B, your lab is due there this coming Tuesday. And I haven't really introduced any type of writing, and I wanted to see where you guys are at as far as writing goes. And this is the lab here where I'm going to introduce some writing. And part of this, yes, we want you guys to be familiar with the equipment. Yes, we want you guys to be familiar with all of the anatomy and physiology and all this kind of stuff that we're doing. But then also, ultimately, we want you guys to be awesome lab report writers. So what I've done here is you guys can just go through this, and I want you guys to go through this step by step. You'll see here, read me first. Okay, I'm not going to go through all go through what I have here. Okay, and you guys can have a look at it. And again, if something doesn't make sense, you guys can see the video from YouTube and watch it again and again and again. And if, you know what I mean, we have time. This thing is due in 4 weeks. So don't let it slide. There are videos that you're going to be required to watch, at least 2. Okay, there's a PowerPoint presentation. There's other things here. So we'll go through them all. Okay, and so read me first. This is the first one here. Okay. Whew, man, it's getting warm today. I have a hoodie on because it was kind of chilly over the weekend, and now it's heating up. So this is what we're looking for here. So we want you guys to download we want you guys to download everything. All right, but you're going to download the PowerPoint, and you're going to watch the first screencast. Okay, which is right here. Now, hopefully there you guys can get access to it. All right, and these screencasts, this course here, Biol 1031, was the labs were created there by Sean Madoran, the coordinator. And if you haven't met him, you're going to meet him right now for the videos there that you guys are going to watch on your own time. Okay, but Sean Madoran does all of these, does this the screencast, and this screencast is the first one that you'll need to watch. Okay, and it just introduces.
Hi, Welcome to today's screencast on what...
Okay, so this is, that's Sean Madoran, our coordinator. You guys will get to know him over the next 2 years, and he's awesome. He's awesome. And I thought about redoing these, but why? He does them great. And they're really spot on. And so there's the first screencast. Okay, and this one here introduces what an EEG is, what it does, all these kinds of things. Okay, so there's so that's what you want there. And I'm going to go back to my screen. Where is it? Right here. So you see, and maybe you got, well, we're recording this, so you guys can always refer back to this, okay, if this makes more sense to you than the one on Blackboard, okay? So there's your, the EEG PowerPoint is, it gets covered in the videos, okay? So there's your screencast there for the EEG link, okay? Here is the, have a look at this one right here. This is more background. Okay, and basically all of this is kind of covered in video form there from before. Okay, so if you watch the video, you have this here, mucho importante, right? Okay, being able to tell, like you're going to see there that, I might as well tell you right now, alpha waves, okay, and we'll focus on those, all right? You'll see there that alpha waves, this is going to be our baseline. Always. And you're going to see that there's a number of times in the recording where you're going to see these alpha waves. And what is an alpha wave? Your guys are going to find all about it. But write that down somewhere, that alpha waves, okay, that'll be our baseline. Always. Now you could take this baseline or this baseline, but they'll always be kind of the same. Because all this lab is going to do is you're going to compare the baseline, alpha waves, against something else, what we call an artifact. And we kind of went over that there in lab 1. But you're going to go over it. Remember, you have your finger pulse, right? And you're relaxed, and you're getting your blip, blip, blip. And then you go like this, right? And all of a sudden, you get this. That's an artifact, right? You guys remember that? Sean goes through this, and you guys will see the video. Videos are awesome. But watch them from start to finish. If you got to pause them. Do whatever you got to do. I got 2 kids at home and all this, so give yourself the time necessary, okay? Because, and the reason, another reason that I'm giving you guys this, where you guys are going to do this all on your own, you guys have the videos, you guys have each other, you guys are going to have partners up to 4. You know what I mean? If there's any issues, email me. We'll make things flow. But part of this is getting in there and digging through this, and you'll see there that it's actually not that bad. So okay, getting back into this there. There's here's the actual protocol of what we have done in the past. Okay, exercise 1. By the way, there are 5. Okay, exercise 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Okay, so that's what we would do in the lab if we were doing this in person, right? And please have a look, because we're going to get into a little bit of methodology and being able to reproduce what was done in the lab, or in this case, hypothetically done in the lab, and put it onto a piece of paper, okay? Part of writing a methodology is, in a lab report, is allowing other scientists, okay, the ability to exactly replicate your experiment, okay? Which is what we want. Reproducibility is of the utmost importance to science, because then it invokes the clause of regularity, and if something is regular, then there's the possibility that it might be a law or a theory of some kind, okay? So that's your lab, okay? There's 5 parts, okay? Have that one there. What's next? And then there's the lab protocol screencast. And there's Sean Madoran, and I've asked for his permission to allow these videos, and he's given the okay. And the videos are great. Have this one here, I think it's about 58 minutes or 56 minutes long. So take your time, have your lab with you. Maybe you have other people. Maybe you guys could do your own WebEx, and you people in your lab groups could, have a forum, and you guys are watching the videos. You guys are going through this together, and I will leave that up to you guys. Okay. Now, where am I looking at here now? Let's go into the PowerPoint a little bit. I'm not going to go into crazy details. I'm more into facilitating details. Okay, so this is the PowerPoint there, and this is what Sean is going to go into in the video. Okay, electroencephalography. Okay, and basically what we're doing is we're measuring the electrical charge differential between an electrode here and an electrode here. Okay, that's where they are, and then there should be a ground. Sorry, I'm trying to over to the side. So you're basically going to have 3 electrodes on you. That's what would happen. Okay, one right here, back here, and then a ground over here. And you'll see there that experiment 5 is they take these and they put them right here for a certain reason. So you watch the video, it'll all become clear. These are your alpha waves here. And if you'll go in and to the video using lab chart, this is not lab chart. Okay, I'll show you lab chart there in a bit. If you don't have lab chart, if there's still any issues there with lab chart, in the same link there down below, there's lab chart reader. Okay, which is perfect for this. I'll give you the information, you upload it, and your lab chart reader just goes through, and we'll show you this right here. So these are what your waves are going to look like. Okay, and you're going to be measuring amplitude, okay, and frequency. And Sean goes how to do this. Okay, it's not bad at all. It really isn't. And here I'll just show you. Where is it? There's something called a spectrum analysis, and I spelled that wrong. That is not. And what's going to happen here? You'll see 3 and 3 here for the EEG spectrum analysis. I don't want you guys to spend too much time on this. I'm gonna show you guys what this is. This is just a tutorial on being able to measure frequency and amplitude very easily. Okay, and you'll see here that what will happen, and you'll see there what I just hit. You'll see spectrum view. Perfect. And another window is going to pop up. And we should be able to implement these. You'll see this tile here with the 4 quadrants. I'm hoping that, everything kind of goes into the one window. And what we're going to, now, this is, don't really want you guys to focus on this spectrum analysis too much. I'm going to show you what we've got right here. You'll see here 4. Now this is your real data, EEG Data Lab 2. Okay, so you'll see here, this is your data, the green stuff. All right, and Sean has, this is your spectrum analysis right here. And what this does is, at any given point in time on here, you can find its instantaneous frequency using the spectrum analysis. That's all it is. So here, if I just close it, both of these windows just popped right up. Let's close that, and we can just go right to spectrum analysis, and that same window will pop right up. You can keep closing it and keep hitting it. Okay, and then you hit this one right here with the 4 quadrants, and they should pop right into, okay, and you'll see here, look, and this will tell you the information all right here, okay, and the information is all right here depending on, okay, you'll see there that it's changing all the time, all right. And so it just means that you don't have to zoom in and by hand measure the amplitude or the frequency of a particular wave or even a group of waves. Because you're going to go in and you're going to find your alpha waves, which is going to be your baseline. Okay? And you could find an average frequency, you could find an average all these kinds of things. And Sean goes into all this, okay? Now, another thing that I've done to hopefully assist you is you'll see, focus your view down to the bottom. So here's all the data, you see? And it goes on and on and on. If you're a little familiar with web charts, you'll know that it goes way off the screen. And let's go back to the very start. And you'll see here that it's counting in seconds on the bottom. Okay? And Sean has put, sorry, I'm just trying to move this over here. And Sean has put comments to assist you. And you'll see here, eyes closed. And if you see a comment like just eyes closed, there's your baseline. Okay? All right? And blink. And you'll see there that it follows the procedure from the lab protocol. Okay? But what I've done to try and, hopefully it makes it a little easier. I don't know what's popping up here. I don't know. Wonderful. Why can't I just leave that? Okay, good enough. You'll see this one, EEG comments locator. And I put this down here with the EEG data because what I wanted you guys to do was to try and, looking at this, I didn't want you guys to be intimidated. Okay, where am I looking? Okay, I see blink. What is that? 32 seconds. Okay, head nod. Okay, so that's for exercise 1. And what I've done is I've gone through and all these comments with their sections, or sorry, their times are all here. So there's your head nod comment, and you'll find that at 1:45. Now, just be careful. There are sections there where the time has started again. Sean has reset it to 0. So for this one right here, you'll see that the first section ends after head nod. And then you'll see there the next section is at 3 seconds. So we can go and have a look. So head nod is at 1:45 right here. And then where are we here? Continues on, and you'll see there that the time resets, and there is eyes closed at 3 seconds, which should correspond to the next section, eyes closed at 3 seconds. So hopefully there it helps you to navigate this. Okay? It should all be there. And yeah, just have some fun with it. You can measure the amplitude. You can measure all these things as per the questions using your spectrum analysis, which automatically comes up in the same window. Well, I'll do that again. So there's your EEG data. Okay. And so there's your data. And then in this case here, your spectrum analysis automatically comes up. You can, will that just go right back in? And let's see, it just went right back in. So that here you can, instead of trying to calculate these, their amplitude and all this, you just go right here, click on it, bang, There you go. And when you're measuring your amplitude, okay, use these numbers on the bottom. Okay, because alpha waves, beta waves, they'll have different numbers associated with them. So as Sean says in the video, read these numbers here when you're talking about the amplitude or these kinds of things here. You guys will be fine. What else we got here? Yeah. This is the lab write-up, okay? And this is what we want you guys to do, okay? So the focus of this report will be on the analysis and presentation of the data that you've collected. Okay, we've given you the data. You guys are just going to focus on analyzing it and presenting it, okay? You guys are all familiar with your cut and paste. You're not your snip tool, okay? Now, in order to snip, you need, yeah, we'll show you that in a bit because I'll show you there a snip. Introduction. A few sentences to describe what an EEG measures, what it is used for, and the characteristics of alpha and beta waves. Okay? Anything you use from an outside source needs to be in-text citation noted on the reference page. Methods. You're going to write a formal method section for only one of the exercises. So choose the easiest, no? And you don't have to include descriptions, the general setup or the equipment, these kinds of things. And we'll go over how to do this there at the PowerPoint there for the writing. So results, this is where the bulk of everything is going to be, right? So you're going to take a snip of whatever section you want, and we'll go into figures. And figures need to be labeled, figure 1, figure 2, figure 3, a description, units, a title, all these kinds of things. It's got to be top drawer. It's got to be 5-star. Okay? So, and you're going to have snips of the sections of data that you want to present or talk about. Okay? And you're going to answer all these questions. Okay? Exercise 2, same thing. Okay? What wave frequencies occurred during eyes open and eyes closed? Alright? And not too bad. Using your spectrum tool, things shouldn't be too bad. You shouldn't have to count really anything. You click on the waves there that you want to analyze, and the spectrum tool gives you all the information. Okay? Same with exercise 3, exercise 4, and there's exercise 5. Discussion. 1 paragraph for each exercise to answer the questions is suggested. And again, if you're going to take any outside information, you have to let me know where it came from. Okay? And there are the questions there. Like this is your discussion, and here, these are your results section. And here's your discussion section there. Answer those questions and away you go. That's what this lab is. Okay. There is a fair amount to do. All right. But you guys have 4 weeks to do it. All right. The writing. Have a look at these. I've given to you. There's protocol versus methods. Little differences there. Okay, so have a read of these as well. Okay, notice the differences. All right. Here's a scientific writing screencast from Sean. Okay, please have a look at these ones. Okay, and what else we got? And writing about results. All right, so everything is there. There's a lot on there, but really, as Sean said in the video, the amount of information that you guys are going to be analyzing, I think it was done in 3 or 4 minutes of data. That's all this is. And I know this looks like a lot step by step, but it's really not. If you just go step by step here, watch Sean's first video, watch the second video with your lab open just to get an idea of what's going on. Your spectrum analysis, it's easy peasy. It's that extra window there that pops up that if you hit that button there, it kind of goes in and you can see everything on one screen. Your data is here, your comments located there, and then finally there's your writing. I think that's the last one there on, but that's what we're looking for there. And yeah, talk to me. What do you guys got? How are we doing? Yeah, if you have the more members that you have in a group, the better it better be. Now, I don't know, maybe 6 might be too much. We'll need to talk about it. I prefer 4. I prefer 3. But you know what I mean? Yeah, you'd have to email me there. 6 might be too much. Okay. How are we doing? No questions? I didn't think so. You guys are good. Download everything. First thing you want to do is watch the first video there by Sean, and then watch the second video there by Sean. And you know what I mean? Just spend a week navigating and gravitating and playing with this. And then you'll see there it won't be that bad at all. And one of the reasons why I want to do this is because I want you guys to be good at this. All of you guys to be good at this. Because this lab here you'll be dealing with until April. Can we make the lab report? Yeah, you can do it individually. You can have a group of 1, group of 2, group of 3, group of 4. If you have more than that, talk to me. I've been known to make accommodations there for traveling and that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, how are we doing? That's what we got. And if there's any issues, I'm always around, but there is no lab there next week or the week after, because the week after is reading week. So the week 4, the week after reading week is week 7, and that's when that lab is due. Yeah, you only need to submit 1 report per group. Okay, so if you have 4 people in a group, please don't have 4 people send me the same thing. What I would like you to do, 1 person send the report, okay, and everybody's name is clearly written on it, okay. Everybody's name and student number is written right on the front, okay, and then I know that this lab is for 4 people, okay. Yep. So if you want to do it by yourself, it's a heck of a lot of work, but you're more than welcome. Groups of 2, groups of 3, groups of 4, anything more than that, let me know and we'll talk about it. But I think you guys are good. You guys have lots of time. Rip it up, tear it up, dig through it, get her done. Other than that, I got nothing. If you guys are good, I'm good. Get out of here, enjoy your day, and email me if you have any trouble. It's all good. Email me, irritate me, hound me. I love it. And maybe I missed something on there. If something doesn't make any sense, just shoot me an email and we'll make it make sense. How does that sound? And the report is due July 6th. Unless my math is wrong, this is week 5. Next week is week 6. The week after is reading week. And then the week after that is week 7. You come back. That's when this sucker is due. And it'll be due the Tuesday midnight. I think Group A will be back in the lab that day, but you'll have the lab report due there that night. So Group A, Group B, July the 6th, midnight. That's when this is due. Other than that, get out of here. Enjoy your day. I will post this there to YouTube immediately. And so, but if you guys have any trouble, just let me know. Bye, guys. Thank you. Have a great day. Cheers, Danielle. You got it. Thanks, guys. If there's any questions, I'll stick around. If not, bye, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Surat. Thank you. Thank you, Isha. Aisha. Thank you. Bye, guys. Thank you.